Welcome back to another lecture on Fourier transform. So in this lecture we are going to discuss the complex form of Fourier transform. We will see the formula and we will derive that formula. Why this lecture is so important? Because if you understand the full derivation, then you can solve the complex or complicated Fourier transform problem. So please be on the video, full lecture. You will understand so many concepts. So we'll start our lecture, that is complex form of Fourier transform. So we will derive the complex form of Fourier transform formula from the real form of Fourier integral formula. So the real form of Fourier integral formula or f of x can be represented as, that's 0 to infinity aw cos wx plus bw sin wx dx. Okay, now what is aw? aw is 1 by pi times integration from minus infinity to infinity f of v cos wv dv, where bw is defined like this: 1 by pi times minus infinity to infinity f of v sin wv dv. So if I write this equation 1, then after that what we will do, if we put aw and bw value in equation 1, then the equation 1 will become what? 1 by pi times, okay, so 0 to infinity, and inside it will be minus infinity to infinity f of v, okay, cos wv plus cos wx plus f of v sin wv sin wx, okay, whole into this dv then dw, okay, this one. So this I can write it as equation 2. Okay, now we have to see carefully this equation 2 and we will solve further. So if you see, so there will be this some cos wv, cos wx, then second term sin wv, sin wx. So if I just name it as cos a, this is cos b, this is sin a, this is sin b. So what is the formula we know? If we have cos a, cos b, okay, plus sin a, sin b, so this will be cos a minus b, okay. So sometimes the order can change also. This will be cos a, cos a will be cos b, cos b will be cos a, so there will be no problem. So if we apply this formula on equation 3, then what will happen? We will get the function f of x as 1 by pi times 0 to infinity minus infinity to infinity, then f of v. So this will be what? Cos a minus b, where a is what? wv, b is wx. So we can reverse it also, cos b minus cos a, no problem. As I told, if we interchange also cos b cos a, so there will be no problem. So for our convenience we are writing wx first, okay. So wx minus wv dv dw. So this will write equation 3. Okay. Now next step will be much more important, because that will decide how we will proceed further. So here we saw that dw, okay, if I take the first integral, then what will happen? If I take first integral as g of w, because the second is dw. If I take gw is minus infinity to infinity f of v cos wx minus wv, then we will see what will happen. So here for the first integral, the function will be gw. So we know that if the function is gw is even, what happens? Odd, what happens? So that formula we have to apply. So here we saw that in gx, okay, gw, okay, we have cos wx minus wv. But what is cos theta? So cos theta is an even function, okay. So this is an even function, okay. So this is an even function, and other thing is that what? F of v. But f of v means function with respect to v. But when we take together, what will be the role of f of v in gw? So f of v will be treated as constant, because f is depending on v, but g is depending on w. So f of w has no role. So what will happen? Now we'll get gw, okay. So gw will get what? If we have even, okay, so here dv is there. So if a function is even function, okay, just see gw. So if a function is even function, then what we can write? Okay, first I will write the function. If let capital F is an even function, then minus infinity to infinity f, okay, into dv will be what? 1 by 2 times, this will be 2 times 0 to infinity f dv. So this formula we have to apply. So this property we have to use here and find out f of x. So now f of x, x will be gw 1 by pi times, okay, 0 to infinity g of w dw. But as gw is even, so what we can write? So this equal to 1 by 2 pi times 0 to infinity gw dw, okay. So using this relation, now if we expand, so it will be 1 by 2 pi times, okay, this will be this, okay, minus infinity to infinity, again another integration, minus infinity to infinity. So we have to write the full form. So f of v cos wx minus wv dv dw. So this is our relation, what? 4. Similarly, for equation 4, if I take in place of cos sin, so what will happen? If I take sin, then 1 by 2 pi times minus infinity to infinity f of v sin wx minus wv dv dw will be 0. Now why it is 0? Because as we see here, cos wx is even function, but sin wx minus wv will be odd function. So we know that if f is odd, then what will happen? Minus infinity to infinity, f dv will be 0. So this formula we have to apply. So if we apply this formula, we will get equation 5. Now from 5 and 4, that is from 4 and 5, what we can write? F of x equal to equation 4 plus I into equation 5, because equation 4 is what? F of x plus I into equation 5 is what? 0. So finally f of x. Okay. So if we sum it, then what will happen? We will see. So finally f of x will be this 1 by 2 pi times integration minus infinity to infinity, another integration minus infinity to infinity. Here f of v cos wx minus wv, okay, plus I into f of v sin wx minus wv, okay, so whole into dv dw. Now this I can write it as equation 6. So we will see what will be this equation 6. Now equation 6 can be written as using Euler formula. What is Euler formula that you have to see? Euler's formula. So Euler formula says that e to the power I theta equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. So if we compare this formula with the bracketed term, so what will happen? It will be f of x equal to 1 by 2 pi times integration minus infinity to infinity, another integration minus infinity to infinity, and inside it will be f of v e to the power what? I into wx minus wv dv dw. So this will be our equation 7 and it will be very important. Okay. So from here we have to find the Fourier transform or complex Fourier transform. So this again I can equation 7 I can write it as 1 by square root of 2 pi, okay, integration minus infinity to infinity 1 by square root of 2 pi minus infinity to infinity f of v. So e to the power a minus b form is there. If we split, if we open this bracket, so what we can write? F of v e to the power minus I wv, okay, so this into e to the power I wx dv dw, okay, or so from this what we can see, we will get the Fourier transform if we take the bracketed thing. If we take the bracketed one, so we can write the Fourier transform, okay, or f cap, or sometime we can write f. So this will be 1 by square root of 2 by pi integration from minus infinity to infinity f of, okay, what we will do here, as v variable is there, so in place of v, what we will do, take v as x. Okay, in place of v, if you take x, so it will be f of x into e to the power minus iwx dx. So this will be our Fourier transform, okay, of the function f of x. So here we are writing equation 8. Now what will the inverse Fourier transform then? Find out some interesting fact which will be or interesting points which will be very useful to solve complicated problems. So when some complicated problems come, that time we have to take this Euler formula type, okay, e to the power I theta, that is cos theta plus I sin theta form. What we have done here, that we have to take. So some case simply we cannot find the Fourier transform using real form. So sometime what to do, we have to write that some equation 4 plus I into equation 5 terms, like Fourier cosine plus I into Fourier sine of real variables. Okay, so Fourier cosine plus I into Fourier sine form if we take, so altogether we will get. So finally whatever be the answer come, from that we will get the real part, that is Fourier cosine transform, the imaginary part, that will be Fourier sine transform. That's why the derivation is such important, because each and every step will give you some idea to solve some complicated or new type of problems. That's why it is so important. In the next class we will see the existence theorem and how to use this complex form of Fourier transform to solve the problem.